Introduction to 3D modeling. The concepts, when they are sketched, they needed to be converted to a 3D model to have its real view in computing system. So basic modeling features are available over here. Basic components are sketched by developing first a point, then extending that point in particular linear or quadratic way to define a curve or a line. Then surfaces are developed by extending or layering those lines. And after generating a layer, when layers are combined, they are creating a solid. So the 3D modeling approach goes like this: identify a point through which you will be able to draw lines, and then after combining lines you will be able to manufacture a complete solid. If you want to have a 3D model as a wireframe model, you should go for placement of lines, and if it is a solid feature, then there are two different possibilities. Either you can go for point, line, plane and object formation, or you may have another approach of boolean where you are having basic features which are operated using boolean approaches of union, subtraction, interaction and all that. So what are the basic solid primitives available? A sphere, cube, box, cylinder, torus, cone and plane are the basic 3D modeling features available, and by combination of those we are generating different kinds of surfaces. So how we can 3D model? We may have a draft or a drawing, and after operating that particular two-dimensional shape in particular way, we will be able to generate a model. Like we are having extrusion, rotation, filleting and spline features to define a particular model. So initially we are creating polygons on two-dimensional surfaces, then we are extending those polygons by doing extrusion or rotation from particular axis. If we want to make a sphere, we can draft a semicircle, and with reference to a particular axis, when we revolve that surface, which is a semicircular surface, will create a sphere. We may use the boolean approaches like union, subtraction or intersection to define a particular geometry. Means if we want to have a geometry which is formed as figure number 3, then we first have to create a block, then we have to create a sphere, then we have to go on defining subtraction of sphere from the block. So we'll have a particular surface developed on the block after removal of sphere surface. And if we go for intersection, then we'll have just a key formation as the remaining part of sphere. The surface can be generated in terms of extrusion, sweeping or lofting. By generating a surfaces, we'll be able to have development of product. The modeling approaches are helping us to profile different components. The extrusion gives us same cross section through the length. The rotation gives us same cross section along with the axis in 360 degrees or less. And the lofting feature gives us multi-profile product development or multi-geometry product development along with the line. We are using a revolve feature to have a surfaces which are profiled up to 360 degrees. We can even use scaling of objects and transformation of object. Which kind of transformations are allowed? Scale, rotate and move object from its place can be used. We can rotate our object from its reference position. We can even move it in X, Y, or Z direction from its main position. It also helps us to define deformations using the node points or grid points available in the surface or in a product. We can even define taper, beam, twist, smoothing, and stretching of surfaces in 3D modeling. We can even clone the object what we have manufactured by using copy or clone feature. Mirroring can also be done to define profile of the object in particular way. So this is for the 3D modeling. Now we will learn introduction regarding 3D printing as additive manufacturing. The 3D printing or additive manufacturing is process of making solid object from digital file. The creation of 3D printed object is achieved using additive processes in that we are defining successive layering of material until the object is created. Layers are joined by heat of the material. We can go for complex shape manufacturing by using the material which is exactly the requirement of the product. How 3D printing works exactly? The 3D printing method or additive manufacturing method works with a procedural flow where we need to have a 3D model of a component first. How to get a 3D model? There are multiple options for having a 3D model. You should have concept of the product what you want to manufacture, and you should use 3D modeling softwares. And by creating an object in 3D modeling software, you may have the file which can be 3D printed. The other options are scanning of a product. So the 3D scanning equipments can give us a good file of data points collected, and from that file we'll be able to create a model in 3D modeling softwares. Haptic devices can also help us to get a 3D model of component. You can also have different applications through which you will be able to have a 3D model of component. After generating a 3D model, you have to have that data formats which can be collaborative with the or which can incorporate with the 3D printing software. So we are having different 3D modeling softwares which can replicate the data which is available from the data scanners or the previous devices. Creo, Solid Edge, SolidWorks, AutoCAD, SketchUp, Maya, Autodesk, Mudbox, Houdini, Cinema 4D, Autodesk 3ds Max, ZBrush, Rhino. These are the softwares in which you will be able to define a 3D model from available data. Some freeware softwares are also available like Tinkercad, Vectray, SketchUp, FreeCAD, Mesh Mixer, 3D Slash, Wings 3D. These all are the softwares which can give you different 3D models as per your criteria. You can even draft models in it and you can open files. For 3D scanning we are having different softwares like Trino, Coolon, Scan 3D, Cappy, Hedge, Sony 3D Creator Capture, and other freeware softwares are also available like Multiview Environment, OpenMVG, Regard 3D, Visual SFM, CallMap, etc. Pixel 4D is also a good option. There are many 3D modeling software tools available. After creating a model in 3D modeling software, you have to save that model as a stereolithography file And after generating a stereolithography file, we have to define its slicing. So there are multiple slicing softwares available through which we will be able to generate the stereolithography file, generate the code file from the stereolithography file. Adoption of 3D printing has reached critical mass in last few years. Here 3D printing is suitable for generating a product as per a requirement in small amount. For any components batch production, you will need to have die assemblies, which are costlier one, but here you just need to generate a 3D modeling file. The market expected to be in 2026 is $41 billion in US. Where a 3D printing can be used, it can be used in lot many products like eyewear, footwear designs, furniture designs, and industrial products like manufacturing tools, prototype of the product, dental products, prosthetics development, scale model of different architectures, reconstructing the fossils which are available from earth crust, replicating ancient artifacts, reconstructions of forensic pathology, movie props, etc. Rapid prototyping and rapid manufacturing are hugely in demand nowadays. So we need to learn the concept of 3D modeling and 3D. The next important topic is product development cycle for respirator design. Before manufacturing of any product, we have to go through certain steps where a new product strategy should be clearly defined. And whenever we are having a product available and we want to reorganize that product or redesign a product, we should be clear about the goals and objectives for the product. So we have to decide a strategy. Idea generation is going to be the second important step. Whatever possible information is there for any product, we should collect it. And after using that particular information, or after substituting or combining that information, we need to adopt certain criteria, and we have to modify the concept what we need to design. We have to do screening of ideas available depending on the facts or the utility aspects. Then we have to test our concept for objectives what we have identified. After testing the concept, we should do the product analysis by checking or testing it for the objective what we have defined, whether it is fulfilling the objectives what we have identified or not. After doing product analysis, we should go for product development, where we need to do cost investigation of a product. Why we want to manufacture, that should be clear idea. What we want to manufacture, that should be clear. And from which material we want to manufacture it, that will come under the head of product development. We cannot use steel frames to make the nose mask, as the process which is implemented for making it is going to be difficult, and even it is not ergonomically good for a human being to have that metal component on face. After developing a product, we should go on test of market, whether the market is accepting the product as a way what we have decided or not. Then we have to think about commercialization of it. So we need to follow a particular steps sequence of step to design a product. In our case, we are designing a respirator or a mask. So our final objective should be design of respirator. The objectives which followed it as a after development of product, we need to have its test and it should be certified from national or international organizations. We have to use materials and processes at the lowest possible cost, and we should introduce it on a larger scale. After deciding the objectives, we have to concentrate on parameters to design that component, in which ergonomic consideration is an important criteria. As we are dealing with human face, any fault in the design development along with the ergonomic considerations can create major issues with the tissues on face or nose, so we have to consider those first. So here we have to work on particular regions which should get comfort when we wear the mask. The bottom portion from nose is not having major issue in holding the mask, but nose and face region will face multiple difficulties when we manufacture a respirator like N95. When we develop a face mask, we have to concentrate on the visibility available for the eyes, as if we are taking a mask with visibility of 60 degrees, then it is difficult for a doctor or a health worker to judge the condition besides him or her. So we have to work on the dimensions of human face while developing the face mask or the nose mask or respirator. For that, we have to measure the human face. If it is a personalized equipment, in this course we are going to 3D model the face mask, and the design is going to be like this. The head mount is going to be designed in our first criteria. Then for type 2 we are going to have the respirator nose mount design, and in third stage we have to go for protection with shoulder mount and a respirator which is powered by electric source and which is pumping air inside the region. So protection with head mount will be covering the clamp which is available at the head portion, and a film which is going to cover whole face of a person who is planning to wear it, and it is going to be holded by using an elastic material or a string from the back region of head. In case of nose mount respirators like N95, we are going to define a design which will help us to place a filter at the center from which just air is allowed to go in and out, and then we'll be designing a shoulder mount which is covering whole body if we are working with the basic material or plastic assembly. We'll be dealing with 3D modeling practices. Initially I'll be designing or 3D modeling the components, then we'll be going on the Cura for 3D printing practices. Just have ideation in your mind for various designs what you can produce. Prepare a possible solution for the design what you want to manufacture. Have an optimal one among those designs what you are producing, and try to manufacture the design what you have selected. The next session would be on how to 3D model the types type 1, type 2 and type 3, as I have mentioned: face mask, nose respirator and full body cover or head cover. How to 3D model that and how to 3D print that.